Hey, it's Eggy Man, and today I'm going to be ranking every Rec Room original. Let's go. First up, we have the Golden Trophy. The Golden Trophy is a game with the levels, and you have to go around fighting goblins with bows, arrows, and crossbows to get through the levels to eventually beat the boss. I put this at an A. Time for the next one. And now we have Paintball. Paintball is one of the best Rec Room originals, and it's definitely one of the most popular among Rec Room players. And, if you don't know what paintball is, you go around with paintball guns, and you just have to shoot the opposite team, and specifically in Rec Room, the paintball is capture the flag. So that's really fun. I give this an S. Next up is dodgeball. If you don't know what dodgeball is, well, you have two teams. It doesn't matter how many people on each team. And you have balls. And you just have to throw the balls at the opposite team to get them out, as you will see in the video right now. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. I give dodgeball a B tier. Time for the next one. Next up is the Isle of Lost Skulls. It's kind of like Golden Trophy, but different weapons, a different money system, and you're fighting up against skeletons instead of goblins. And also, I like how in this game that the skeletons actually can block, so it makes it a little more challenging than Golden Trophy. As you see me fighting the goblins and they're blocking my hits. I kind of like that because it gives it a little more difficulty to the game. So I give the Isle of Lost Skulls an A tier. This is the Rise of Jumbotron. It's kind of like Golden Trophy, but instead of medieval type weapons, you're using laser weapons against robots. And it has a different money system, and I really like how the level design is, and I just think it looks really cool. I like how the weapons work. I like how powerful the weapons are. So I'm gonna give this an A tier also. Time for the next one. This is 3D charades. In 3D charades, it chooses a random person to have the 3D gun, and they pick a card and try to draw the card. And the players in the audience have to guess what the person was drawing before the timer is up. As you can see, the people guessing, and they never got it. So, yeah. I give this a B tier. Time for the next one. This is Rec Royale Squads. It's a battle royale game, so if you think of Fortnite, it's just like that. It's similar because it has like a hang glider you use to move around the map once you jump off the flying thing, and you go around, you open chests, and you and your squad have to be the last one standing out of the other 3 squads. Yeah, I really like how there's actual chest animation and audio when you open the chest up. And I think it's pretty well made. I'm going to give this A tier. Time for the next one. This is Park. I think Park is a nice, quiet, and calm place to just chill and talk to your friends if that's what you're looking for in a Rec Room. I think it's a good place to experiment with items, and it's also, it's a good place. There's a basketball hoop, and there's a fountain, and it's also a really good place if you want to just go with your friends and get some food, like I'm doing here. See, I got myself some glazed donuts, and you can do this by yourself, with friends, and it's just a nice, calm place. I'm going to rank this a B tier. This is Showdown. It's a Wild West shooter game where it's a 3v3.
Looks
you can
like
go around
you're
the map
on the
finding
ring,
new
team.
guns,
and shooting your opposite team. There's a red team and a blue team. And I think the great thing about this is that it's a giant map. If you look, that it's pretty small at the if you just look at it. But you can go underground. There's a train you can go on top of. You go in the buildings, inside the buildings. So it's a really well built map. And there's also 3 different weapons you can have: the regular revolver, the rifle, and the double barrel shotgun. I think these are really fun and one of the best RecRoom originals, so I give it an S tier. This is paddleball. It's a 1v1 sports game where you have a racket and there's a ball, and you just have to hit it into the other person's goal. It's pretty fun. It's a 1v1 game, and you have to try to get to 5 points before the other person does. I really like how it has the kind of like zero gravity with the ball, and I like how they made it into a cool sport. So I'm gonna give this an B tier. This is Crimson Cauldron, and it's kind of the same thing as the Golden Trophy, but with only with one different weapon, the fairy wand, something like that. And you have to go around the levels shooting the goblins. But in this one, there is goblins with cannons. You can see on top of that tower. See, just shot a cannon. Those are not in Golden Trophy, so that's a thing. That's a different thing. And yeah, it's, as I said before, it's pretty much the same thing as Golden Trophy, but just with different levels and different things. Yeah, so I'm gonna rate this in an A tier. This is soccer. Well, it's pretty self-explanatory what soccer is, but there are some differences. Instead of having a regular-sized ball, they have a giant ball. And they also have speed boost upgrades you can get. So it's kind of like Rocket League with the speed boost and the giant ball, but with no cars. So if you like a nice action-packed sports game, this is definitely for you. I'm going to give this a B tier.
This is Rec Royale Solos. It's the same thing as Rec Royale Squads, but instead of you having a team, you're by yourself against a bunch of other people. So it does add a little bit of difficulty to it, but in my opinion, I like doing solos better. And as I said before, the chest animation is pretty good. I like how they have ammo and grenades and all the weapons. Yeah. So I'm also going to give this A tier. This is Stunt Runner. It's kind of like a race against other people, but it's like an obstacle course and parkour course too. You also get these little cans that I'm getting right now that give you a big speed boost. What I like about this game, it adds a lot of different things: balancing, wall running, climbing on walls, jumping over things, going under things, lots of things. Lots of acrobatic type things, parkour type things. And I like how they have a bunch of divers. I like that about games, the diverseness. And it's really action-packed, which I like. And it gives you a quick boost once you get these. And at the end, you have to try to press the button and see how fast you can do it. And once you do press the button, you go to a press conference. So yeah, give this one a C tier. It's okay. This is laser tag. It's kind of like paintball, but there's robots you fight too. There's 2 teams, and you have to try to kill your other team, the other team members, and robots. How it works with the robots is there's 2 colors of the teams, and if it's your color, the robots are on your side and they fight the other robots. But if it's the other team's color, you have to kill those robots. So it adds a little bit of difficulty, which I also like. And it's really fun, so I'm going to give it an A tier. This is bowling. If you don't know what bowling is, you throw a heavy ball down a track into pins to knock them over. The more pins you get, the higher score you have. And what I like about this particular map is that there's other games you can play, like you're seeing right now. It's a pool table that actually works, not really well. I couldn't really get it to work. See, I can't really hit the cue ball. And there's also Dance Dance Revolution, a basketball game. There's a buffet. The food doesn't really work, except for the coffee, it works. And a dartboard you can see in the background. And I think it's really fun. So I'm gonna give it a B tier. Yeah, and I'm not really gonna take points off since I'm bad at bowling. But yeah, on to the next one. This is Disc Golf Lake. Disc golf is a game of golf, and it's in the name. But you play with frisbees and you try to get into these chain nets. And it works the same as golf. You try to get it into the goal as with the least amount of throws as possible. And I think it's really fun. There's I think 10 holes. So I'm going to give this an A tier. This is the rec center. The rec center is an area where you can just do whatever you want. You can play basketball, look into a mirror, talk to other people, get food. There's a bunch of things you can do. It's meant for socializing, and it does that pretty well. Right now we're in a new update. They partnered with something, I don't know, and they got that. There's that stand, the mirror I told you about, another basketball hoop, and this is pretty boring. It's okay, so I'm gonna give it a B tier. No, C tier. Yeah, C tier. This is Rec Rally. It's a racing game where you have not go-karts, but the cars, and you have to go around a track racing other people, and it's pretty fun. The downsides of this is you cannot start the game when you just want to do it by yourself. You have to have a full game of 8 people. So that was pretty annoying, so I had to do this without even starting the game. But another thing that I do like, the boost on the cars actually work in this game. Like in other games that use cars, most of the time they don't really work. The boost doesn't work. But in this game it does work, so I'm going to give it a C tier. This is disc golf propulsion. The different thing about this from disc golf is it has these little things, like walls. The red triangle deletes your thing. The what's it called? The fan pushes it, and the brick wall just stops it. And it's the same thing as regular disc golf, but there's those things are involved, so it does give it a little bit of more difficulty. So I'm gonna give it a B. Legacy 3D charades. It's like the other charades I did at the beginning of the video, but the difference is I don't really know. I can't really find the difference. So yeah, my card was muscle, and it was a little kid playing that had to guess. And he guessed clouds. Well, that obviously looks like a muscle, right? Just tell me in the comments if you think it looks like a muscle. But yeah, he thought it was a cloud or a mouth. So yeah, F tier. This is the lounge. The lounge is another place where you can just chill, talk, and hang out with friends. There's a ping pong table, charades area, cards area, and a whiteboard. This is a good place to just chill and hang out, eat. It's like the park, but just more entertaining. Yeah. As you see, I'm drawing on the whiteboards I was talking about. And I'm going to give this a C tier. This is Paintball VR. I know it sounds the same as the other paintball, but there's one difference. You can only use teleportation in this game. And in my opinion, teleportation is the worst movement, locomotion in RecRoom, even though there's only 2. And even if you don't know if you don't know it's teleportation and you try to change it in game, it doesn't let you. That's how poopy this game is. F tier.
There was also a dodgeball game where you can only teleport in, so I just didn't include it. This is orientation. Orientation is what you go through when you first download RecRoom. It's kind of like a tutorial telling you what RecRoom's all about, what they do, and it makes it so you choose your settings, and it goes through all the things that you can do in RecRoom, like play sports, throw dodgeballs at cardboard people, and you can even test out archery. And I want to keep this in the video because I hit this really good shot. So you see the targets, and then you see on top of that one target, a water bottle. Right here. It's hard to see it, but it's there. I saw the bottle, so I kept shooting, and I hit it. Like the video if you think that was cool. Like it, please. And dancing. Yeah, so that's pretty much it of the orientation. It just shows you can make stuff with a maker pen. It's an okay level. It's pretty boring, so I rate it a B tier. Hey, this is the end of me ranking every RecRoom original. Make sure you like and subscribe so you can see more content like this. Goodbye.